Lee, London Senior Cup, 4-2 win against Erith Town. It wasn't that easy, was it?
It was hard work, and I think we made hard work of it as well. And I don't want to take anything away from Erith because they were good. I thought I was really impressed with them tonight. They were hard working. They tried to hit us on the counter attack, which they've done well. But I thought scoring so early, we just looked like we then just lifted the foot off the gas, and I was disappointed with us, to be honest. At half time we conceded 2 poor goals, and it just looked like a lacklustre performance. The pitch played really quick tonight, really quick, and it was a lovely surface to play on. I just wanted us to move the ball a bit quicker, and we spoke at half time that I just felt that we were below our standards, the standards we've been setting for the last few weeks, and when you drop below them you get punished. And we've had to work really hard tonight for a win, and we were strong. There's no excuses. Yeah, we got 6 at home, but because of suspensions, as I said on Saturday, it's our own fault, and a couple of injuries there. But it was a tough game. But I'm really pleased with the reaction in the second half. I'm pleased for Joe for getting his goal. I didn't really want to risk him tonight, but I can't keep that kid off the pitch. He just loves playing. And I thought Gabby's debut was really good. I thought the pair of them up front tonight looked really strong, which was a real bonus for us. Gives us another option. And yeah, it was a really hard game, but good reaction to come back and win.
So you talked about Gabby. So we signed him this morning, and he's played against us, scored against us for Walton Casuals. He seems to offer a different dimension with his hold-up play and his all-round experience and physicality. Yeah, well, listen, I come up against him last year when he scored against us for Walton, and then he played in the home game here, and he's a real handful. But he's not only just a centre forward. He can play out wide, he can play in the 10, he can play out front, so he gives us an option. We've still got to get Brooksy back in the side, we've got to get Frank Kaita back in the side, but he gives us an option out wide, he gives us an option up front. So we've got good options, and that's what we need at the club at the moment, because we've got a lot of games coming up, a lot of hard games. We've still got to remember that players are coming back from suspension, players are coming back from injury. So, I thought it was crucial that we have our options at the club, and we've got that now, which is what we need. And I'm pleased for the lad tonight. I thought he had a good debut. I like the link up with him and Joe. I think with him, Joe, Brooksy and Frank Kaita, that is a really promising attack line, and with your wide boys in there as well. So we've got options, which is good. We need them at the moment. As I say, the games are coming thick and fast. I think we're Saturday, Tuesday for the rest of the month, up until I think England play Wales, and then we go into December. We've got next round of the cup now as well. So, and I wanted to win tonight. I've made no secret. I wanted to go strong. We did go strong, and that's why I was disappointed in some of the play we had tonight. But that can happen. That can happen. It took us a while to get used to Potton when we played in the FA Cup, and they're not a poor side either. They're up in there in their league. I know their manager's made changes tonight. Just a good guy as well. So look, I'm pleased with bringing Gabby in gives us another dimension, and hopefully we can push forward now what's going to be a really tough game on Saturday. So you just kind of alluded to it there. I was going to ask, how important was it to keep the momentum of last Tuesday, Saturday, 2 wins in the league, getting another win today, going into Pool, 3 wins on the trot? I don't think you can take winning for granted, and I think we tried to tonight for 45-50 minutes, and you can't, because football's got a funny habit of coming back and kicking you right in the backside when you least expect it. So for me, it's about good habits, it's about working hard. Like on Saturday, we've got such a hard place to go and try and get a result against a really good, well-drilled Pool side that, for me, will be in the top 3 or 4 this season. With their strike force, the way they play, that Tommy sets them up very well. So we got a really hard game on Saturday with a lot of players missing. So yeah, we've got to, it's important to keep the winning habit. And listen, I've just said to them there, full credit, as bad as we were tonight, we've come back and won the game, which is what I wanted from them. Sure. So AFC Wimbledon in the next round, not sure when.
Home or away?
Home.
Oh, it's a shame. It'd be nice to have them away. No, it's, look, great draw. If we play like we did tonight, we'll get beat, but we won't. We'll be better because it's easier to raise your game, and it'll be a hard game. I'm looking forward to it, but that's what we want. We want proper games, and that's what I said to the boys in before. These cups keep your season alive. Yeah. They give you a little break from breathers from the league, and that's what I wanted tonight. And I want the same next Tuesday as well when we go to North Greenford. It's going to be a real tough, hard place to go. I remember playing there when I played, and it's a tough place. They'll be a good side, so. We need to keep the winning habit going. As I said, we've got to deal with a really tough task at Pool first on Saturday. But if we play like we did in the last 2, and certain parts of the second half tonight, we'll have a good go at them on Saturday. But the signs are good. We're getting there slowly. We are where we want to be. welcome back our boys that have been suspended, and I think the squad's in a really good good strength, should I say, in depth, and we look like we'll take that squad forward for the remainder and try and get out of where we are.
So yeah, final question. I was going to ask you about the cup, because obviously you've been manager twice now, where we played Brentford B in the final with this kind of cup. What does it mean? It's very easy to write off these kind of county cups at the early levels or the early rounds. What's it like to get to the final? What's it like to play against full-time pros and test yourself?
It's massive. I said before the game, I was brought up by my old man, who the county cup was massive for him. I won it a number of times when I was a player at different counties, and I enjoyed them. I loved it when we beat Brentford. I loved it last year in front of 400 or 500 people against Brentford. We took them to penalties. I loved it against Dulwich Hamlet here in the I think it was the quarterfinals. I loved it at Haringey. They're proper games. I want cup finals. I want to win trophies. That's what I'm here for. I don't want to just settle for getting knocked out, playing weakened sides. I don't want to do that. I want to try and I want to have a go at the Middlesex this year, because there's some really good teams in it. Some great grounds to play at. Why don't we want to be in them? So every game that I approach, I want to win, and I want to try and win this competition. It's going to be hard, because if we manage somehow to get past AFC Wimbledon, I think we got and we know what happens there. So they'll want to do us like they done us last time in the I think it was the first or second round when they beat us 6, and it could have been 20. So we'll see, and I think Spurs have just scored there as well. So that's there you go. But no, so I want to do well with them. Just gives us a nice breather from the league, and that's what we need. And I thought it was really good tonight to get some really crucial minutes into Kieran Forbes, because we need Forbesy. He's important, and that was good minutes into him tonight. So all in all, listen, we were nowhere near our best. We're so much better than that, but we got the win. We ground it out, and that's what I thought was positive.
What a moment.
Cheers, thank you.